I just want to pet you. .30 Monday morning. It's 25 degrees out here. I'm on the GoPro, not the phone. I don't know why I have this GoPro in my hand. If you didn't know, I do a live feed video every morning. Actually, it's not a live feed video. If you didn't know, I do a video almost every morning at 4:30 a.m. on Instagram. That video is oftentimes only posted to Instagram because depending on the link or just how Facebook feels on some days, it doesn't post to Facebook. Sometimes I put it on YouTube, but it's on Instagram. So check those out if you haven't ever seen them. They're under a category called 4:30 a.m. videos. It used to be called 4:30 a.m. rants, I think is what it used to be called. But after I had a bunch of them posted, all of a sudden Instagram wouldn't allow me to post another one in there. I would click the button, but it wouldn't ever post in that category. I don't know why. But check those out, a little different content. And then I do a live feed video every night at 9 o'clock, almost always on YouTube now. Used to do it on Facebook. No rhyme or reason though. Sometimes when I would go live on Facebook, button wouldn't be there. It's just never there. Like 2-3 days a week I could, 4-5 days a week it wasn't even a button there. Instagram, when I go live on Instagram, I used to have hundreds of people watching. Now I have 2 people watching. They just don't put it out there. They don't like what I'm saying. I think on Instagram it's because I share things on Instagram that they don't like. So I think that's why I'm throttled back. 2 brother cats right here. These were the 2 inside cats. They're outside. They think they're dogs. They follow me around when I do my video in the morning. I'm gonna turn this camera here off and pull this phone out of my pocket and make my morning video. It's 4:30 Monday morning. What's up, guys? It's 25 degrees out here. I had a few things I was going to talk about this morning. These things usually come to me right when I get out of bed. A lot of times I wake up in the morning and they're in my head, like they were placed there while I was asleep. And then I get up sometimes and I'm like, I've got nothing. And I just go do what I'm doing in the morning, work out to start with. And I had a few. One of them was, Daddy, when are you going to become a 1000-aire? And the other one was, be the results. Okay, 5 o'clock. I've got Nicole Sauce, living free in Tennessee, in my ear right now. I'm on, let me turn this off for a sec. I'm on one earbud, awesome, other side at half balance. Your body will compensate and you'll stop thinking about that. My good earbud, they're by my bed and I don't want to wake Amanda up. I had them in my ears when I went upstairs and started doing some video stuff last night, and I took them off and I said, man, I know I'm not gonna have these things tomorrow morning. And I even had them on my shoes and I get dressed in the dark and I don't have them. So living free in Tennessee, Nicole had told me the other day, she's like, hey, you were on my podcast. I discussed, I don't know what the topic was or anything about it. So trying to find that, I was gonna hit Nicole and be like, hey, what episode? But it's 4:30 in the morning, so not hitting Nicole. I'm sure if she's up, she's busy and not looking at her phone. However, it is 5 o'clock because when I was in the kitchen putting some aminos in some water, I start pecking on my phone to figure out what to listen to while I do cardio. Really, the answer is it should be upbeat music. The cardio will be a lot more beneficial, but I consume content for that 30 minutes or hour, usually hour. If it's not an hour, I go back and make up the rest of the hour sometime in the day. Anyways, it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna start on this treadmill because my bitch voice is saying you don't wanna do the stair stepper, you don't wanna do the Concept 2 rower, right? So I guess I'm gonna get on this stair stepper right here. I'm gonna start this thing. This is a great, if you have a stair stepper, it's wonderful because you can put all kinds of things on the step. A great table. That gets more use as a table than a stair stepper, but I do have to make myself do it, and I'm trying to change that. So I'm gonna jump on here. Anytime I have this camera in the morning, I end up talking to it because it's a great excuse. John, you need to make content, right? Rather than get on the stair stepper. So you guys will see that go, and I try to put it somewhere close so that I can just turn it off so I don't have 30 minutes of video that has to be gone through of the exact same thing. But John, you're not showing that you did actual 30 minutes on the stair. That's because I didn't. We could definitely make a video of me on the stair stepper for 2 minutes and we could make it look like 30 minutes. That's a lot of people probably do that unless live feed. I used to do a live feed when I would do cardio and it would run for an hour any time of day, and we would have 3,000 people on there. When Facebook, several years ago, Facebook would put your live feeds out to people that actually wanted to see them. Now you have to pay to have it happen, and it barely happens. I would literally get up there on the AMT trainer, 30 minutes to an hour, middle of the day, middle of the morning, middle of the night, 3,000 people would watch that thing, and we would just go. And people were like, what is this guy doing? They would put it out when the algorithms worked in your favor. Now I do a live feed and I get 2-3 people on Instagram, and I get about 30 people on Facebook. That's it. So I've been doing them on YouTube. And those 3,000 people views, I would have 45,000, 60,000 views within a 12-hour period when the video was over. That's how many people would click on that and start watching that, and the comments would continue to pour in. Your notifications would just be like ding 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 hours after the video is over. Social media doesn't work like that anymore. They got you guys all hooked. They gave you the free heroin, and then they suppressed it back and they make you pay to play, and then they want to censor now what you can and can't say. That's happening more and more on every platform. You guys jump platform, you go to these other things, and they do the same shit to you, or they don't work. I've heard friends talk about one platform in particular. I'm on it. Every time they go live, they're like, oh, if this is working, well, it's Float. If Float's working, like, Float's awesome, Float's free. The owners of Float have come on Survival Podcast, but every single time we go to live feed, it's always Float's not working. If you want to be the program, you got to put some money into the things that, like, why do new platforms come up and when I go to share a photo, it's on the right-hand side instead of the left, where everything else is on the left? Why don't you make your shit like all the shit that works? Just stop censoring people. People don't like the content and they can block you. That's all they have to do. Just make it so they never see it again. But they don't do that. Here I am now, 10 minutes later, still haven't got on this damn thing. All right, let's go. Man, now I gotta pee too. This machine feels like that machine that can hurt you the worst. Holy shit, imagine if you push that off button and it didn't stop. Hear that tick? When I get somebody here to fix this thing, it stops ticking. Anytime somebody looks at it, it's never ticking. It's only ticking while I'm on it by myself. About halfway through cardio here. I don't know if you can see her down there, but it looks like Amanda's doing a bunch of legs. She's been going for at least the whole time I've been here. She's been down there, so at least 35 minutes. I don't know how long she'll go. As soon as she's done, I'll bust off of here, head down there, and then push some of that around. I'm catching up on some Nicole's podcast, and it jumped over to this Roots and Refuge video, prepping our failed garden into blank slate. But what she started with was the green stalks. They have a Valentine's Day sale. By the time you see this video, it'll be too late for you guys to use that. But I have one. I bought it last Valentine's Day. It got here pretty quick, even though they had that huge Valentine's Day sale. I missed the sale. Bought it a couple days afterwards. It showed up. They're pretty awesome. We have not put it together because I, like always, wait to do a video on how to put it together, and here we are a year later. They're vertical. They have a roller cart. You can turn them around, and they're super easy to grow, and the footprint is really small. My most lacking body part is chest. I think I will just do incline presses. Over and over and over and over. I need to prune these fruit trees. Should have done it a couple weeks ago when it was sustained cold, but it was really cold. And it was also kind of like the beginning of winter, so I thought we had a lot more winter. But now the weather is like 50 degrees during the day, 70 degrees the other day. This morning I was out here, it's like 24, and it's gotten colder, it's 21 now. So I'm gonna take some time and start cutting these fruit trees to grow along the drive here and chop them down. I have been messing with this for about 20 minutes just to get out the door. Get the drone, put the battery in. Does the GoPro have a fresh battery? Every task you do takes 3 times longer to record it and make content or anything about it. I've cut these trees a couple of times. I should do it every year and I don't. And I'm gonna take all the bulk out. I wanna cut these branches that crisscross. I wanna put basically air through the tree. Like this big runner going up here, that rubs, I'm gonna cut out all that stuff. And most of the videos say, when you're done cutting them, if you're comfortable with what you cut, you probably didn't cut enough. There's Puppy right there trying to say hello. She wants pets. So I'm gonna go through and cut a lot of this bulk out of here. A lot of these inside branches here, I'm gonna cut this one out. I might even cut this main one here out of here. It's just about getting air and sunlight in there. And a lot of times, the last few years, these trees have gotten so heavy in fruit that the branches touch the ground, and that's just a clear path to invite ants up to that sugar in the fruit. This one here especially needs a lot of cutting. And when it warms up, they start to put buds on, and they put energy into growing leaves and fruit, whereas right now the energy is down in the trunk, not out in the branches. So it's important to cut them. When you hack them back, you will get much better fruit production. We went a couple of years and didn't cut them, and then it warmed up in the winter and they started to put fruit on. They actually blossomed, and then it got super cold, and when it got cold, it killed some of the best trees. There's a tree missing. There was a tree right here, there was a tree right here, there was a tree right here, and there was a tree right here, and there was a tree right here. All of those were my best peach trees on the property. We'd get a 5-gallon bucket, if not more, off of each one, and they're completely gone. It did that warm up, cold down thing 2 years in a row, and they just died. The trees never re-blossomed and never produced. I kept waiting for them to kind of come back, and I'd snap them to see if the branches were dead, and they were just dry as a toothpick. So I'm gonna cut those, hope to prevent some of that this year. I'm gonna use these little Corona loppers, these little tiny handheld ones. I'll put a link in notes to these. They're super sharp, they're super light. A lot of times you have a lot of options for choppers and loppers, clippers and stuff. The Corona stuff has really been good. The Gerber stuff's good too. I like it. Gerber makes Fisker, or Fisker makes Gerber, vice versa. Homeowner stuff, the orange black. Light and sharp, light and sharp. Some of the bigger stuff, I'll have to get some bigger loppers to cut, but you're gonna be reaching, and you're gonna reach and reach, and repetitively it will wear on you. You will feel it. At the end of the day, you'll be like, what did I do yesterday that has me so sore? So get you some good loppers, have an arsenal. All you guys into prepping and stuff, you own 20 guns, but you don't own proper tools. A lot of you guys, you own 20 guns but have no training. You own 20 guns and don't have ammunition for your guns, right? Every dude likes guns, right? And that's something that, you know what I'm talking about. Even if your wife doesn't know you have all those guns, if you had 1 or 2 guns that you were super proficient with, you'd be a whole lot better off than having 20 and being proficient with none. Put some money into some tools, have some options. There's a pair of loppers that I keep on the 4-wheeler, Fiskers. Those things have been mistreated, beat to shit, left in the weather for years and years. Hey, there's a crescent wrench I've been looking for. So they've been left in the weather, completely neglected, like this poor 4-wheeler right here that wasn't moved into the garage. I didn't think we were having any kind of precipitation, but obviously we did because there's ice all over everything. You can see how much was taken off this tree. More than over half of the branches that were on it are now laying on the ground. Gone through, there's a ton of stuff growing here that was touching the tree, cleared that out. I'm gonna come through where all this stuff here is rubbing and growing into the tree, and I'm gonna cut a bunch of this stuff out, and then I'm gonna top the top of this tree off. I'm gonna have to use a pole saw. You can see what a skeleton this tree looks like now, and here's what I cut off of it. And then I'll start on this one, and you can see how much I thinned this one out here in a minute. Here's a good example of what I don't want. See where this tree, this limb crosses and rubs on this one? This is the main vertical limb right here. I'm gonna cut this sucker off of here, and then I'm gonna take all these little branches out of here also. All this stuff low. I want everything low off of there so that I can get a mower around here, and then anything up high that I can't reach, we're gonna cut that off also, so it's not putting energy up into things I can't get to easily. This thing's growing sideways out of the ground. It fell over, was never really fixed, and it's just put roots down. Whose plate's that?
That's Melinda's, this is Cody's, and then you get the fourth.
But I didn't want to share my cinnamon rolls. Can you scrape all the frosting over to my fork?
No.
Can you wipe the frosting off of there and put it on my fork? I don't know if 4 is going to be enough. What happened? Did they stop making the grands? They don't have the big giant ones?
No, when I went to Walmart, they literally had maybe 10 tubes total between cinnamon rolls, crescent rolls, and like corn muffins. There was nothing.
You know who is producing delicious breakfast treats? Mother of Macros is. Clean Sheets. And they would be better for you and taste better. I'm here for the baby.
Just making mine before I start cooking.
What's the secret? Give me the top three secrets for making the best smash burger.
The fresh ground beef, not the stuff that comes in a tube. 80-20 ground beef, and just use salt and pepper to season.
And that's it. That's all that's in that. What do you got going on here?
Mayo, Dijon mustard, lettuce, pickle, bacon.
Oh, kind of basic. I thought you'd have some fan. I thought you'd have churched that up.
If that's good, you don't need to church that up.
All right, like a steak. You don't need steak sauce. That's literally what you said right before I turned the camera on. Come on, girl. Come on. Not you. See how that duck keeps falling down? That duck right there, that gray one, is super old. She, he, it, it's not just lazy, it's just really, really old. I don't know how to tell boy ducks from girl ducks, at least not in these gray ones. I just want to pet you. We missed out on the action. That one already got her and ran away. Now that one's getting her, or trying to. I don't know, maybe he's not having much luck. And the other two are like jumping on him, picking at him like, hey, move over, Rover. Well, I guess he got her. And then that one's gonna try to go, but she ain't having it. You guys just weren't fast enough. Here's that one. I think that's a muscovy right there. That mallard's grabbing her, grabbing this other one back in the water. Those aren't even the same ones. Mama duck's up there running away, and these ducks down here are going nuts. But the same ducks, like one will jump on one, and then the one that got jumped on will jump back on the one that jumped on it. So I don't know if there's a girl in that mix or not. It's a trip. They totally run out this door and they just don't. At least the ducks. If you leave the door open for the day, they'll end up outside once they realize there's nice grass out there. I've not pulled an egg out of here in days. And this coop very rarely is used anymore, but every now and then if you don't check, you'll find a nest of eggs in here. How about that duck egg nest? Somebody has left a chicken egg. This was not here yesterday. I wonder if anybody's caring for those. The nest is still pretty well intact. I just put that beef grease over their dry dog food. That's what they're eating today. Here's Mama Duck. Hey, are you gonna walk away for a minute so I can eat some of that dog food? This duck loves dog food. Look at her. I bet she does not let you eat any of that right now. The other one would probably let you eat, but I don't think she's gonna let you eat none of that right now. Nope. Access denied. Quaccess denied. Let's go look at the nest. I've already seen it. There's a lot of eggs in it. Mama Duck's gonna travel over to this one. Whenever they walk away, she eats the dog food, so I'm curious to see if this one lets her get close. If she gets a different vibe, this one. Get a drink, wet the whistle. A lot of times she'll just get in that water bowl. See, here goes. Oh, I thought she was gonna walk out. I think she was gonna walk out, saw the duck. Like, nope, I'm gonna eat this again. All right, here we go, Monday night. Do a live video here. It knows what you want to put in there already. Night, live. It knows the things you commonly put. Take a thumbnail shot. No, I want a different one. That's better. And here we go. What's up, Monday night live. How are you? How is everybody? We'll take a minute for group to build. Right now it's showing 0 here, 0 thumbs up. It's usually about a 30-second delay. It's a trip because I'll have people sitting right next to me on phones, and some of them have a 30-second delay, some will have a minute delay, some have a little bit more. Same building, same internet, everything.
Man, I'm talking about Willis, one of the realest to try. My family, SOE, got the tools to survive. Yeah.